Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. I don't know if that's from this movie, but why not? If you couldn't tell, we're reviewing. I don't have a punchline for that. I don't even have anything written down. I'm reviewing Hellraiser again. I don't know. I revisited only a few days after I revisited. Well, it's like a week for me, but yeah. I just had so much more to say. No, I was kidding. We're talking about Cuckoo, of course. Released in 2024, starring Hunter Schafer and Dan Stevens, who gives the performance of a lifetime. 2024 was the year of Dan Stevens. It was this, it was Godzilla, Kong, New Empire, whatever the hell they called it. Yeah. And this movie is weird. I mean, it's weird. She's supposed to be a teenage girl. She's supposed to be under 17, but or under 18. Not about it. She goes to live with her parents at some resort in the Alps, French Alps. I'm assuming because another person talks about getting to Paris. So I'm assuming it's the French Alps. So near Grenoble, I think. I don't know. And weird things start to happen. There's something going on with her half sister, and other weird things are going on. And Dan Stevens is there. That is also weird. Trust me. Yeah. So Hunter Schafer is our main character, Gretchen. She's really good in this. She gives a great performance. And yes, she. Shut up. I'm not going into it. Just shut up. She. Okay? But, yeah. So, there's a positive and a negative with Dan Stevens' performance. He's great. But from minute one, as soon as he walks onto screen, basically, his performance, you might as well just go, "Hello, I am the bad guy." That's because as soon as he gets on screen, you're just like, so he's the bad guy. He's pretty much screaming it everywhere. Yeah. So, Gretchen starts to work at the resort, at the hotel part at the desk with a girl named Trixie. And I guess they switch, what do you say, this shifts or something, but it's clear that Koenig, that's Dan Stevens' character, Koenig or Koenig, because it's spelled like Walter Koenig spells his name, but it's called Koenig, I don't know, has eyes for, and there's something, he very much wants to do something with her. I don't know. And, hey, to kind of go with what I said earlier, I know I didn't want to go into it, but her, yes, considering what we learn, what they're doing here, it's supposed to be a her, okay? Although I would have loved if the punchline was when they go to do this, they're like, huh. There's that planet out the window. You don't know, Hunter Schafer is trans. So, yeah. And I never know with trans people if they get rid of that, they keep it, whatever it is. But she's obviously playing a girl here, female, woman, whatever. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, weird things start to happen when she's working at this place. Women start throwing up, and they're just like, oh, that happens all the time. And you're fine with it? We just cleaned it up, that's fine. there's this weird guy that keeps kind of staring at the place. She's in a bathroom and someone comes in there and is stalking her. Seems like nobody seems to believe her. Her dad is like one of the worst parents I've ever seen in a movie. Because she keeps trying to tell him that something's going on. And this has to be one of those characters written to not believe anything that she says. No. I'm too busy worrying. I have to worry about your sister. No. He doesn't have an accent, but it's Martin Cuscus. Or however you pronounce his name. So, yeah. Because her half-sister, Alma, keeps having weird things happen. She's having seizures. So that's one of the reasons why they're there, I guess. I don't know. Eventually, this strange man reveals himself to be a police officer named Henry. His wife stayed at the resort and choked on her own vomit, and he's trying to figure out exactly what happened. So, yeah. So they're working together, and they're staking out this villa. Okay, there's this one scene that's really weird. It was really weird. So, this woman named Ed. Yes, her name is Ed. I don't know why. Shows up, she's French. She's, oh, I can take you to France, and we can get away. This is clearly a sort of same-sex relationship, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Like, they start to drive, and the things start to repeat, and then the strange woman ends up in the street. It reminded me of the Masters of Horror episode, Dear Woman. I know it's a different meaning there, but this way she keeps popping up, standing in the room. It just reminded me of. I know it's a different story, but still, that's more Native American. This is not that. I still don't really understand what's going on here. So we'll get to it. She wakes up in the hospital, and her dad is already there because the sister, something happened with the sister, and he goes off on her for trying to take off. She doesn't want to be there. She's forced to be there, and she's all upset because she's not 18 yet, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And because she was smoking the reefer with, what's-her-face, Ed, who disappears from the movie until the end. Seriously, we don't have anything else for her. So, yeah. What? Oh. Come on, connect. Stupid. Okay, there we go. So I think stuff was pushing them against. It hit the connect button on the Xbox to connect the controller and start flashing. Yeah, okay. So anyway, so it really starts to hit ahead when Koenig is like, you know what, I can take you to the airport, but first we have to go back to my house so I can give you money. Nah, it's okay. I'll just I'll find a way to get money. That's fine. Keep in mind, by this point, she's already stolen from the thing. But she agrees to go with him, and that's when it's revealed that this is all not, She wakes up, she's drugged, she wakes up in a room. So, it's revealed that they lure people to that villa, or whatever, women. They knock out the man that's with them. And then they bring in the strange woman, or whatever, to impregnate them with some goo. It's like this clear goo. This goo. And then they give birth, and eventually as the kid starts getting older, it becomes a weird creature like the woman that does that. So that's what's happening with Alma, because that happened to her dad and her stepmom those years ago before Alma was born. That's why Alma was brought there, because, And the parents or the dad and the stepmom apparently aren't in it. Also, I was confused because it's like she's listening to voicemail stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's trying to call her mom. But like, no, it's revealed that her mom died, and they sold the house, and that's why she's there. It's like, so even if she got back, where would she go? Right. It kind of comes to a head though. Henry does eventually save her, but he wants to kill the strange woman and also Alma because Alma is going to become that sort of thing. But after spending the whole movie saying she's not my sister, she's not my sister, now Gretchen is like, no, you can't kill my sister. No, no, no. And so this is where it lost me. I'm like, do we really need him to become another enemy here? We already have Dan Stevens. Do we really need another element that's against her here? Why? Right? And I understand what he's trying to do wholeheartedly. Right? His wife died. He wants to make sure everyone involved, whatever. They have a shootout between him and Dan Stevens while the weird woman attacks Gretchen. But Gretchen takes out the weird woman, I think. There's something about the push the. I think Henry pushes the thing over, but like. Someone pushed the. I don't know. But. Yeah. Still having to stand off, and she gets to Alma. And I like how she does it. She does this where she's facing both of them, where she has Alma. Alma's back is facing Koenig, and her back is facing Henry. She knows Henry won't kill her, and she knows Koenig won't kill Alma. So it's kind of a standstill. But Alma uses her screeching powers that these creatures have that distracts people to distract them. Then they start shooting at each other again. They presumably kill each other, I guess. And yeah. Then Ed shows back up again, so they all drive off. Yeah. The only other element left in the wind. We don't see either Henry or Koenig die. So one or both of them could still be alive at some point. I'm assuming if Koenig's alive, then, Henry isn't. But there's also another element here. For the impregnation to completely go, that the human male has to then perform sex. And so there's this other guy, Eric, who was Trixie's boyfriend and is working for Koenig. And at one point he tells Koenig to go finish the job, or Koenig tells him to go finish the job, and we don't see him again. So he could be off doing that while all this stuff is going on. So there could be at least one more of these things running around at some point. I don't know, this is a weird movie. I remember when the trailers were coming out and everything, I'm like, why is it called Cuckoo? I don't get the point. Because the poster was Hunter Schafer with the bloody bandage, and I'm like, Cuckoo. Because the whole thing, Cuckoo, is he has this flute that controls them, and they're called cuckoos because cuckoos can impregnate, but I don't know, really. I tried to understand it. It's confusing. It really is. I'll give it a high middle of the road. It was fine. I wasn't expecting much, I guess. I don't know, but right. I liked it. I don't know, just it was too weird for me, and I like weird movies. Like The Kiss. Now that's a weird movie. Unless I had already did it. If I do it again, as you can tell, all of the main ones that are coming out at noon, all original reviews. No No revisited ones. I even have Halloween 5 revisited for the 31st. That's the next Halloween movie I'm doing. But I decided there's going to be another one at noon. That'll be a 3 o'clock one. So you're going to get at noon an original review, a new review, 3 Halloween 5 review, and then the 5 o'clock will be the 31 on 31 Horror Director Edition, officially announced. So, yeah. But yes, Cuckoo. What are your thoughts on Cuckoo? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.